extinction. Pat and Nuala Gagan, the Irish state industrial operation, came to bury you and your neighbours 3 times in Askeaton. First, they came to poison the land of the neighbourhood. Then they came for your health, your daughter's childhood. Then they came to destroy your good name with falsehoods. But your good name survived. Your goodness withstood. Pat and Nuala, good ancestors, you bear witness for all of us. Who will bear witness for Pat and Nuala? Who can they trust? Bauxite, soft red aluminium rock, did not smother you fully. Across the ocean it came, from the Amazon and Guinea. This green and clean aluminium, destroyer of tropical trees, chemicals spewing night and day from giant sooty chimneys, millions upon millions of tons of toxic mud abandoned in rough and ready graves beside the majestic Shannon. Animals sick and deathly staggering, dying standing up. Sores the size of dinner plates, festering on their stomachs. Skin on bleeding backs peeling, blown away in the economic wind. Nothing to see here, says the Irish state. And if there was, 'twas the farmers' sin. Someone must protect industry, says the Environment Protection Agency man. The victims must be annihilated, buried deep in the toxic red mud sand. Against this mechanical state, these mining oligarchs, a compliant media, the public looking askance, what chance does the victim have? The salmon, birds and bees are silent now. Animals bent, trees broken, under the great wheel of progress and innovation. The genie's out of the bottle, they say. Do you want us to go back to the caves? They talk of choice, child sacrifice. They're very brave. After the extinction event play, a cave will be like a 5-star hotel stay. No infinite growth on a finite planet, by the way. No such thing as an energy transition. That's energy industry fiction. More wood cut and burned than ever. More coal mined than ever. Record breaker. More oil and gas pumped than ever. Venezuela. Nuclear power plants stir with radioactive fever. Never an energy transition there was. Never ever. More wood, more coal, more oil, more gas, more nuclear, more hydro, more wind, more solar, more and more and more. Growth, death, cult, more. Green transition need not apply. It's a greed transition where the poor supply green sacrifice zones to refine green metals for the clean, dirty lies. Lithium man drains Andes water, wounds spirit of Tacker Pass. Hungana, Manyawa lose their life to nickel man's cruel trespass. Copper man fouls Zambian rivers, ruins West Papuan territory. More copper demand next 25 years than in all previous history. Wind machines blow Sami away, last European indigenous. Gigawatt of wind spews 500,000 tons thorium, uranium dust. Silicon man downs Myanmar trees to feed his charcoal furnace. Solar man steals Moroccan land, kills ancient Mojave yuccas. Stained panels ingrained in blood, sweat and tears of Uyghur slaves. 2 tons of coal for one EV, who exactly is that going to save? 18 billion thrown away phones in global south, toxic cargo. Never an energy production problem. That's the symptom of the disease. An energy consumption spree. Consumer dump from land to sea. No green tech, no net zero, no renewable energy, no carbon offsets, no more heroes, no clean energy. All were indigenous once. We lost our way. Judeo, Christian, Islamic, male supremacy cult made us pay to pray. One king, one God to rule them all in the growth debt cult Golden Hall. Stench of testosterone is stronger than the sweet smell of petroleum. King of collapse, autocrat of apocalypse, dictator of sixth mass extinction. Mountains of waste dumped in valleys, valleys of debt gouged from mountains. Last man standing on a mound of microplastic, burnt bones, fast fashion. It's a man's world. Scientific revolution, death of nature, witch burnings. Scientific man salivating over torture and murder of nature and women. Descartes drooling over skinning, prodding, screaming of an innocent dog. Toxic philosophy of white male supremacy nail hammered through our bleeding paw. AI man masturbating over the undressing and abuse of children and women. AI misogyny follows a long, sordid history of scientific white male supremacy, because it's a man's world. Water draining from the land, forever chemicals flooding, green revolution, herbicide, pesticide, nitrogen, phosphorus overloading. It's a man's world. Indigenous people, biodiversity on extinction block and chopping. It's a man's world. Oceans boiling, suffocating with plastic acids, rare earth mining. It's a man's world. Air stewing, polluting. Let me breathe. A poor woman pleads. And the male camp attendant at the sixth mass extinction decrees, I do as I please. Man grabbed it, raped it, ruled it, broke it, and now refuses to fix it. Doubles down, trebles down, Trumpian acceleration to the precipice of surveillance capitalism, white male supremacy, growth debt cult, planned obsolescence. It's a man's world, where equality and a return to natural balance are too terrible a discrimination for some men to even countenance. We men cannot find a way out, never heal, never deserve trust if we do not face up to the Trump in us, the Putin, the Zuckerberg, the Musk in us. We are so out of time, out of tune, and swinging wildly. We must return to harmony, gratefulness, cooperation, humility, accept the severe limits of our power, intelligence, abilities, seek female guidance, and the wisdom of the entire forest community. This is what I have learned. This is what I have seen. No room for toxic men in the rainbow or in the colour green. And the waste, the toxic waste, the e-waste, the all-devouring mining waste. Every year, a Mount Everest of toxic, planned, obsolescent waste. Every single year, surging at such a frightening pace. Not enough to respect human life. Not enough to respect animal life. Not enough to respect plant life. Respect sings for material life. The mountain is our mother. The river is our father. The soil is our brother. The air is our sister. Metals make us and sustain us. Rocks and stone contain us. Stars and sky speak to us. We've forgotten how to listen. Resistance is intergenerational. 7 generations back, 7 generations forward. Memory is a form of resistance. Pass on good ancestor stories. 7 generations back, 7 generations forward. Resistance is in Askeaton with Pat, Michelle and Nuala. Resistance is in the Sperrins with Fidelma, Cormac and Morella. Resistance is in Clare with Jacinta, Thomas and Emma. The resistance is here in the open, in the in-between, among the cracks, the commons, the communities, in the forest that birthed us, the rivers that bathed us, with the animals, the birds and the bees, in trees we trust. Swim back with the last Irish salmon to the majestic Shannon source, to roadless space, rooted in place, the disappearing course. Stand and protect the mountains. Stand with the indigenous. Stand and protect the rivers. Stand with the indigenous. Stand and protect the soil. Stand with the last of the indigenous. Stand with women, for feminine wisdom just might save us. Modern man's war on Mother Nature was always a war on women. Women are the witches, gossips, guardians of the forest. Women are the healers, carers, spirits, tenders of the garden. Women keep it together, unifiers, connectors, knowledge bearers. And for that, they were feared and hated, raped and tortured, drowned and burned. Full of macho rage, he shoots Rennie Good in the face, calls her a fucking bitch. Who's got the kill switch for these men? Where are the good men? Alex Pretty, R.I.P. We sing because when we sing together, we know that we are not alone. Celia Zakriaba. In many Indigenous communities, it falls to us, Indigenous women, to manage and preserve our ecosystems and to preserve our knowledge through memory and custom. Sonia Guiahara. With every negotiation, with every speech made by a world leader, and with every agreement they sign, it becomes clear that it is up to us as a global collective to take the action we so desperately need and to show where the true leadership lies. Greta Thunberg. Progress, but for whom? Development, but for whom? Maria de Jesus Patricio. Wild nature is calling a hurt, lost people. Last call from wild nature. Rise up, environmental protector. Rise up, guardian of the forest. Stand up for the indigenous. Stand up, good ancestor. Can you risk some convenience for a greater good? Can you find your way back to the whole universe? Can you love being part of something slow? Can you hear wisdom in quiet voices? Can you teach old skills? Can you be more humble? Can you be more communal? Can you be more grateful? Can you be satisfied with ordinary things, average days, good enough nights? Can you struggle intergenerational? Rise up, good ancestor. Last call for wild nature on the long retreat from this devouring civilization, this growth death cult, for good, for love, for fairness, for kindness. Memory is a form of resistance. Resist.